Good evening, Mavericks and Regina Red Sox fans, and welcome to Game 5 of the Western Major Baseball League Championship Series. This series is all tied up 2-2, and whoever takes the game tonight will be going home with the Wimbledon Championship trophy. Mavericks won Game 1 here at Athletic Park this series by a score of 8-5, and won Game 2 6-4, went into Regina with a 2-0 series lead. Regina won Game 3 on Tuesday night 12-1, battering the Mavericks, and picked up a win in Game 4 as well, 9-5, tying the series up 2-2. So here we are for Game 5 at Athletic Park, the final game of the 2018 Western Major Baseball League season. Starting lineup for the visiting Regina Red Sox, batting first. Leading off in left field is number 4, Wesley Moss. Batting second is number 21, Adam Dela Cruz. And in the number 3 spot is the right fielder for the Red Sox, number 23, Joshua Jones. Batting fourth in the cleanup spot, number 35, the third baseman, Phil Langlois. First baseman, number 18, Eric Crossman, bats fifth. And Matt Deneau, number 17, the catcher, is batting sixth for the Red Sox. Batting seventh, starting off the bottom of the order for the Sox, is number 2, the shortstop, Danny Hunt. And batting eighth, the center fielder, Brooks Stotler, number 12. And in the 9th spot is a DH for the Red Sox, number 7, Antonio Torres. And on the bump for the Red Sox is number 11, Peyton Burks, making his second start of these finals. And for the home team, the Mavericks, starting off in center field and leading off for the Mavericks is number 2, David Salguero. And batting second, as he usually does, the shortstop, number 5, Carson Johnson. And rounding out the top of the order, number 25, the catcher, Colton Wright. Playing first base, batting fourth is number 31, Zach Gray. And DHing tonight for the Mavericks, batting fifth is number 20, Sal Rodriguez. And the 6th spot is number 1, Nolan Radai, playing second base. And batting seventh is Louis Canjura, number 4, the third baseman. Rounding out the batting order for the Mavericks are the corner outfielders, number 9, Jordan Dre. And the left fielder, number 18, Jackson Hoagie. On the mound for the Mavericks is number 6, Jamon Cervantes. Peyton Burks for the Red Sox has started 3 games so far in these playoffs. Burks has pitched 16 in the third innings, giving up 23 hits and 17 runs, 5 walks and 12 strikeouts in 16 and 1/3 innings. 0-1 record for Peyton Burks and a 9.36 ERA. And for the start for the Mavericks, Jamon Cervantes making his second start here in these playoffs. Started Game 5 against the Edmonton Prospects, and here he is again in a Game 5 situation. 2 innings pitched against the Prospects, gave up 1 hit and 1 run, walked 5 batters though, 1 strikeout for Cervantes, and he won the game, so he has a 1-0 record. A 4.50 ERA after giving up 1 run in 2 innings pitched. Starting lineups about to be announced here at Athletic Park, with the Canadian National Anthem following, and first pitch coming up in just under 5 minutes.
The third baseman, number 4, Louis Canjura. Batting eighth for right fielder, number 9, Jordan Gray. And rounding out the batting order for the Mavericks, the left fielder, number 18, Jackson Hoagie. Tonight's starting pitcher for the Mavericks, number 6, Jamon Cervantes. Can you please stand and remove your hat? And join Tracy Bitts in the singing of O Canada.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you very much, Tracy.
All right, fans, get ready because we are just about underway here at Athletic Park. A sold-out crowd, over 2,000 here this evening for Game 5. Bleacher seats, premium seats, patios all sold out. We're sold over 200 tickets behind the batting cages as well, and there's over 100 on the berm behind the outfield. We are packed shoulder to shoulder here for Game 5 between the Mavericks and Regina Red Sox. Jamin Cervantes on the mound for the Mavericks, making his second appearance of these playoffs. Here at the top of the first, they'll have to go up against Wesley Moss, Adam Dela Cruz, and Joshua Jones. Moss and Dela Cruz both having terrific finals. Wesley Moss hitting .305 now with 18 hits and 15 runs. Adam Dela Cruz still leads the Red Sox in average with a .421, 24 hits in 13 games. 24 hits for Dela Cruz and 13 runs, 2 home runs and 14 RBI. If the Red Sox win this series, Dela Cruz surely will be named playoff MVP. And Joshua Jones down there, bottom of the lineup in terms of average for the Red Sox, only hitting .186 in these playoffs with 11 in 13 games. 2 home runs and 10 RBI for Joshua Jones, as Wesley Moss and Adam Dela Cruz has continuously got on base. Wesley Moss steps up to the batter's box here to get ready for pitch number 1 here in game number 5. The defense behind Jamin Cervantes. Colton Wright is catching. Louis Canjura on third. Carson Johnson, shortstop. Second baseman Nolan Radai, and Zach Gray playing first base with Sal Rodriguez at DH this evening. First pitch is in, and Wesley Moss fouls it off for an 0-1 count. Jackson Hoagie out there in left field for the Mavericks. Him and his long locks will take care of all the room out in left. Salguero, center fielder. And in right is Jordan Dre tonight. 0-2 count after 2 straight foul balls from Wesley Moss. The leadoff batter for the Red Sox, Cervantes, looking to get one up, one down here to start this game. 0-2 pitch. And it's just down low with the fastball from Cervantes. Moss watches it go by. Makes it count 1-2. 1-2 count and another foul ball from Moss. Keeps the count 1-2. See here on the third foul ball, you have to hit the plus sign, and you get. 1-2 count to the leadoff batter for the Red Sox, Wesley Moss. He'll poke this one towards the shortstop, Carson Johnson. Diving effort from number 5, and his 6th unassisted for the first out of the game. Bit of a weaker line drive from Wesley Moss there for the first out of the game. Carson Johnson makes a diving effort to his right. And there's one out here in the top of the first. Nobody on, and Adam Dela Cruz will step up to the plate for the first time. Dela Cruz hitting .421 with 24 hits already in these playoffs. 1-0 count. 1-1 now. Breaking ball down low in the strike zone. Cervantes evens up the count. Pitch down the middle that Dela Cruz fouls off over towards batting cages, where we have over 200 fans sitting today. Plenty of fans in a dangerous area. Hopefully everybody pays attention all game long and we don't have any casualties this evening. 1-2 count to Dela Cruz. Cervantes looking to sit down the first two batters. Pitch down low, evens up the count, 2-2. Two count. And the off-speed pitch on the outside corner gets Dela Cruz looking. One strikeout now for Cervantes, 2 up, 2 down. Dela Cruz retired, and Joshua Jones will come up to the plate. And for a K looking, you put a K, and then there's all the options, right? Joshua Jones watches the first pitch go by for a called strike on the fastball outside. 0-1 count. Second pitch swinging, and it'll foul this one off just into foul territory and behind right field. Zach Gray backs onto it. He'll make the grab, and that's 3 up, 3 down for James Cervantes and the Medicine Mavericks. Cervantes gets one strikeout there in the top of the first, allowing no hits to the Red Sox. And we're heading into the bottom half of the first inning with a tie ball game, 0-0. Peyton Burks, the left-hander from Regina, makes his 4th appearance in these playoffs and his 2nd of this championship series. In Game 1 of the Wimble Finals, Peyton Burks got to start for the Red Sox, going 3 2/3. Burks gave up 3 runs on 4 hits and 3 walks. Also 2 strikeouts in that game for Peyton Burks, going 3 2/3. Yeah, I listened. Bottom half of the first inning, in the top of the order for the Mavericks, David Salguero, Carson Johnson, and Colton Wright. The defense behind Peyton Burks, Matt Deneau is catching. Phil Langlois playing third base. Shortstop, Danny Hunt. Adam Dela Cruz is on second with the first baseman, Eric Crossman. Left fielder this evening is Wesley Moss with Brooks Stotler in center, and the right fielder is Joshua Jones. DHing is Antonio Torres. David Salguero steps up to the batter's box to lead us off here at the bottom of the first. Salguero has 19 hits in these playoffs. He leads the Mavericks in that category, hitting .396. Carson Johnson has 17 hits with 10 runs and 15 RBI. Salguero has 15 runs in these playoffs. Johnson benefiting from the speedy legs of Salguero getting on base here early on. First pitch is in from Burks, and it's downstairs 1-0. Two and 0 now. Second pitch misses up high. They said they weren't doing a count and they were just saying 2000. 2-0 pitch from Peyton Burks to the leadoff batter, Salguero. Another one outside this time. 3-0 count to the leadoff batter for the Mavericks. On deck is Carson Johnson, the man with 15 RBI on 17 hits in these playoffs. And Salguero is going to be walked in 4 pitches to lead us off here at the bottom of the first. One on with nobody out. Salguero on first.
Brings to the plate, shortstop number 5, Carson Johnson.
Carson Johnson hitting just under 350. These playoffs hitting 347. Waits for the first pitch in his plate appearance with one on and nobody out. Pitch called strike. 0-1 on the outside corner.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Burks gets ahead 0-1 to Johnson. And he'll check Salguero on first. He's back safely. No outs yet, and Salguero can't advance. Here's the second pitch of the at-bat. That one hops in front of the plate in the dirt. Evens up the count from Burks, 1-1. Langlois on third, Danny Hunt to shortstop, Adam De La Cruz playing second, and the first baseman for the Red Sox, Eric Crossman. And they're going to get Salguero at first. Salguero took another step towards second. And 1-3 catches Salguero and 1 at the bottom first. Carson Johnson gets to stick around at the plate. They don't want to counter the ball. Burks looking for it out of the inning. And you're going to get Johnson around this one for Adam De La Cruz. He'll make the grab and the first. 4-3 gets the second out of the inning. And there's 2 up, 2 down now after Salguero was caught at first and Johnson grounds out to second. Nobody on for the Mavericks and 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning with Colton Wright stepping up to the plate. Wright has 15 hits in these playoffs, 14 RBI with 3 home runs. Tied for the team lead these playoffs with Sal Rodriguez and Zach Gray. The 3 power hitters in the middle of the order have been mashing all playoffs. 1-0 count on the pitch outside. Two 2-0 now to Colton Wright. Watch his first 2 pitches go by. None of them finding the plate. And Colton Wright now in a good hitters count. 2-1, good fastball from Peyton Burks, just over top of the outside corner. Getting back into the count now, battling. Trying to put up more strikes on the board. So far, he's thrown 12 pitches, 7 of them balls, only 5 strikes so far. Zach Gray on deck for the Mavericks. And it's 3-1 now. The pitch down low from Burks. Burks now one pitch away from walking his second batter of this inning. Walks Salguero to lead us off here in the bottom half of the first inning. And Wright's in a 3-1 count. He'll swing on pitch number 5, foul it off down to first base line. Makes it a full count, 3-2. Lots of full counts for Colton Wright. Doesn't swing on anything outside of the plate. And connects with a lot of pitches. Just fouls many of them off. Very patient batter. He'll sit on a lot of pitches, waiting for the one he likes. As he's walked in 6 pitches, that one just misses down low. Good at bat from the number 3 hole, Colton Wright. One on again for the Mavericks after the walk. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. And it's the first baseman, Zach Gray, setting up to the plate for the first time. Gray has 3 home runs in these playoffs. 8 RBI as well. First pitch way outside from Burks. Another count where the Mavericks batters get ahead. Two outs here in the bottom after first inning. Peyton Burks trying to get out of the inning, still tied 0-0. Zach Gray swings on a second pitch and pops it up just outside of the infield into foul territory. Phil Langlois, the third baseman, backs onto it. Makes the grab, in the Mavericks go down here in the bottom half of the first inning with no runs on no hits and 2 walks. Scoreless after 1 between the Red Sox.
Hey fans, don't forget to get your 50-50 tickets. It's going to be a loser. Get your 50-50 tickets now. Brought to you by AC Elders and Associates of RBC Dominion Securities. The draw to be in the 7th or 8th inning. Should be a big
Scoreless after 1 between the Red Sox and the Mavericks. Game 5 of the Western Major Baseball League Championship Series. Winner of this game goes home with the trophy. Many of these players going back to their schools in the States tomorrow. Lots of flights out of Calgary for the Mavericks, heading down to Oklahoma, California, and North Dakota, where a lot of the Mavericks come from. Jamer Cervantes on the mound for the Mavericks. After 1 inning, he gave up no runs on no hits or walks. A perfect first inning for Cervantes on 12 pitches, 9 strikes, and 3 balls. 1 strikeout for Cervantes, getting Adam De La Cruz looking. 1-2-3 inning for Cervantes. We'll see if we can do the same here in inning number 2. It'll be the middle of the order. Phil Langlois, Eric Crossman, and Matt Deneau. Langlois has really had a strong finals performance, raising his batting average to .360. Same with Eric Crossman, raising that to .358. 18 hits for Langlois and 19 so far for Eric Crossman.
before the Regina Red Sox. Tonight's Western Lions beer batter, number 25, Phil Langlois.
De La Cruz, Stotler, Langlois, Crossman, and Moss, all with at least 18 hits in these playoffs. Red Sox having no problems getting on base in these few series. 1-0 count. Langlois watches the first pitch go by outside. Gets ahead as the leadoff batter here in the second inning. 1-1 called strike on the fastball over top of the outside corner. Cervantes keeps that one elevated, but not too high, so it falls outside. Fastball down low this time, and Langlois is going to foul it off into the netting behind home plate. 1-2. Cervantes gets ahead again, looking for the first out of the second inning, and his second strikeout of the evening. Here's the fourth pitch, and it's gunned in there. A hard fastball from Cervantes. Can't find a strike zone. 2-2. Just lost that one a bit and left it up high. Eric Crossman, the first baseman, on deck for the Red Sox. Langlois is going to pop this one up into foul territory. Louis Canjura is after it to the bullpen. He makes the grab for the first out of the second inning. 1 up, 1 down. Canjura makes the grab over at the Mavericks bullpen. Gets there in time and finds it. 1 up, 1 down. Langlois is retired on the pop-up. Eric Crossman, the Red Sox first baseman, will now step up to the plate for his first plate appearance in the game. First pitch swinging, and he'll foul this one down the first baseline into foul territory in his 0-1 count. Cervantes with the fastball down low catches the plate. He evens up the count 1-1. And Crossman's going to pop this one up just past the infield. Carson Johnson looks to be under it. He is. The shortstop makes the grab. Couple flyouts from the Red Sox here in the second inning. And the first 5 batters for Regina all retired. No base runners yet for the Red Sox, as Matt Deneau, the catcher, will try to change that here in inning number 2. Two up, 2 down here in the top half of the second inning. Matt Deneau at the plate. Slider from Cervantes. Called strike on the outside corner. Beautiful looking breaking ball from number 6, the starting pitcher for the Mavericks. 0-1, and the pitch is down low, evens up the count. 22 pitches now from Cervantes through 1 2/3, 15 strikes and 7 balls. Matt Deneau swings on pitch number 3. Zach Gray is after it in foul territory, but can't keep up to it. It falls to make the count 1-2.
I'll send a copy of it to our mayor for share.
2-2 at the plate. Cervantes looking to get out of the inning. And they're not going to say that Deneau went around. Pitch up high. Deneau does well to hold back on that one. Fills the count 3-2. First full count from Cervantes. And Deneau is going to be walked in 6 pitches. The first base runner for the Red Sox.
You know what? That's something that you would kill.
2 outs and 1 on now for Regina. Matt Deneau gets on after he draws a walk. Now batting, it's the number 7 batter, the shortstop, Danny Hunt. Danny Hunt hitting .240 in these playoffs. Look to get something going here early on for the Red Sox. Both teams still looking for the opening run. First pitch upstairs. 1-0. Cervantes checks Deneau on first. He dives back safely. And Hunt's going to ground this one towards Carson Johnson at short. Makes the throw to first. Makes Zach Gray leap for it. Gets his foot back down in time. 6-3 gets the out. And we're into the bottom half of the second. Red Sox get no runs through the first 2 innings. Only 1 base runner so far for the Sox. Matt Deneau draws first after the walk. Danny Hunt almost beats the throw to first. Zach Gray just gets down in time to touch first before the shortstop does. And we're heading into the bottom half of the second inning. Still scoreless. No hits or errors from either side yet in this game. Here in the bottom half of the second inning, Peyton Burke still on the mound for the Sox. After one inning, gave up no runs on no hits and 2 walks. Walked Salguero and Wright in the first inning. 17 pitches issued from Peyton Burke, 10 balls and 7 strikes. Here in inning number 2, he'll go up against the 5, 6, 7 hitters of the Mavericks. Sal Rodriguez, the designated hitter, and the infielders Nolan Radai and Canjura. Sal Rodriguez with 3 home runs in these playoffs. He's also tagged on 11 RBI on 14 hits, hitting .304. Nolan Radai hitting .370 with 17 hits and 6 RBI. Louis Canjura also up there for average, above Nolan Radai, hitting .375 with 18 hits. Sal Rodriguez with 14 hits, Radai with 17, and Louis Canjura with 18. Middle of the order, not easy to get through from the Mavericks.
It's the 5, 6, 7 hitters who up for the Mavericks. Starting off, the designated hitter number 20, Sal Rodriguez.
Rodriguez leads us off here in the second inning. The designated hitter hit a 3-run home run in game number 2 in the bottom half of the first inning to tie things up. Red Sox got 3 in the top half of the first. Rodriguez came up and hit a 3-run shot to dead center field, 385 feet away. First pitch is in. The slider with hardly any break on it stays outside. 1-0 count. And Rodriguez is going to lace this one into right center field. A line drive that gets past Adam De La Cruz. Rodriguez is on, leading off the bottom half of the second. Line drive into right field. De La Cruz going to make the play on it. Rolls up to Joshua Jones, and the Mavericks have one on with no outs. Second baseman Nolan Radai hitting .370 in the playoffs. 17 hits. Now at the plate with one on and nobody out. First pitch outside. Another Mavericks batter gets ahead early in the count. 1-0. 2-0 now at the plate. Another pitch down low from Peyton Burks. Still struggling to consistently find that strike zone. 13 balls and 8 strikes now from Burks.
Yeah, really.
2-0 count for Radai. And it's a called strike. Inside, bottom corner. Peyton Burks looking to keep it down. And inside on Radai. Finds the corner on pitch number 3. Gets back into the count, 2-1. Pitches in and Radai grounds it past the first baseman, Eric Crossman, down the first base line. Rodriguez heads for third and has 2 straight singles from the Mavericks. 2 on, runners on the corners. No outs. Radai with a base hit that advances Rodriguez all the way to third. Yeah, for us, all I got to do is hit first. 2 on for the Mavericks here in the bottom half of the second. Peyton Burks allowing 2 straight singles.
1, 2, 3, section A.
Louis Canjura, who has 18 hits in these playoffs, now at the plate. No outs. And it's the number 7 batter, the third baseman. Trying to possibly bring around the first run of the game.
Number 4, Louis Canjura.
Canjura making his first plate appearance, waits for the first pitch. In the dirt from Peyton Burks. Matt Deneau blocks that one down, keeps it in front of him, and keeps the batters on their bases. Nobody can advance for the Mavericks. Rodriguez now on third, the big designated hitter. It's going to take something all the way to the backstop to bring him around to third, bring him around to home. Canjura is going to ground this one into foul territory down the first base line. And it's the first strike of the plate appearance. 1-1 now. Jordan Dre, the right fielder, on deck for the Mavericks. He'll be followed by Jackson Hoagie, the number 9 hitter. 1-1 count for Canjura. Peyton Burks in a bit of a pickle here with 2 on and no out. Slider finds the inside corner. Another one from Burks that starts inside of the plate and works his way back over. Just drops nicely on the corner of the strike zone. Burks now gets ahead 1-2 after 2 straight strikes. Foul ball. And a call strike from the umpire. 1-2. Pitches in. And Canjura is going to bring around Rodriguez. Line drive into right field makes it 1-0 for the Mavericks here in the second inning. Canjura with the RBI. 3 straight singles for the Mavericks. And it's 1-0 here in the second inning.
First run of the game, 20 vision. Canjura, RBI single, brings to the plate.
Canjura pokes that one into right field. Just gets enough of the bat around on the ball. Brings around Rodriguez, and it's 1-0. Still no outs and 2 on. Nolan Radai advances to second. 3 hits for the Mavericks here in the second inning, and Jordan Dre steps up to the plate. First pitch way outside. Deneau has to stand up for that one and make the grab.
The bottom of the second inning brought to you by Little Buddha's Garage. Little School service for all your automotive needs. Make them your first choice for diesel and gas repairs. Little Buddha's Garage.
Dre sits back up to the plate and gets ready for pitch number 2. 1-0, 2 on for the Mavericks still here with no outs. And a swinging strike. That one gassed by him. Hard thrown fastball from Peyton Burks. Up high in the zone, gets past Jordan Dre, 1-1. Dre hitting 150 in these playoffs. Only 3 hits so far, but has scored twice on the 3 times he's got on base. 2-1 now. Pitch outside. Jackson Hoagie is on deck, and his average is sitting at 250. He has 10 hits, 1 home run, and 9 RBI. He's been doing well, especially in this series, getting on base as the number 9 hitter, which is very important with Salguero and Johnson following him, the 1 and 2 hitters. Always great to have a number 9 batter consistently get on base for you to bring around the top of the order. 2-2 count after the foul ball from Jordan Dre. 2 on, nobody out already. 1 run has come around for the Mavericks. Peyton Burks looking for his first strikeout victim of the game. And he's not going to get it against Dre. He lines this one into center field. Brooks Stoller makes the grab on the run, throws it in quickly, and Nolan Radai and Louis Canjura to stay on their bag. Line drive from Jordan Dre, and a great grab from Brooks Stotler on the run to his left. Not a bad at-bat from Jordan Dre as he laced that one into center. Nothing he can do about the great fielding from the Red Sox center fielder. One out now here in the bottom half of the second inning. Jackson Hoagie, the number 9 batter, will try to advance the runners and bring them around. At least 90 feet closer to scoring. Watches the first pitch go by. Called strike, down to middle, 0-1. No balls and a strike. 1 out, 2 on. Jackson Hoagie at the plate. Swings on the second pitch, grounds it towards the first baseman, and he'll settle for the out at first. Runners were advanced to their bases before he can make the throw. So now there's 2 outs after the fielder's choice at first.
Now for the center fielder number 2, David Salguero.
Back up to the top of the order with 2 runners in scoring position. David Salguero will step up to the plate for the second time. Salguero walked in the first inning to lead us off, but it was picked off at first from Peyton Burks. Caught stealing 1-3.
What's that? 2 jerseys. These are the winners, eh?
Salguero's going to ground this one on the second pitch towards Adam De La Cruz. He'll make the throw to first and end the inning. We're going into top half of the third. Mavericks get 1 run here in the second inning on 3 hits. 3 singles from Sal Rodriguez, Nolan Radai, and Canjura. Louis Canjura brings round Rodriguez to make it 1-0.
Jersey draw. We got the jersey draw people here. And we have lucky winners, Kelly Lewin and Steve Lucky, or Lucky.
How do you like the field here so far?
Lewin
How do you like the field here so far? Kicking off the top half of the third inning. Jamer Cervantes still on the mound. Cervantes has given up no runs on no hits and only 1 walk to the Sox so far. The 1 walk issued to the number 6 batter, Matt Deneau, the catcher of the Red Sox. 1 strikeout so far for Cervantes on 28 pitches, 11 balls and 17 strikes. Here in the top half of the third, it'll be Brooks Stotler, Antonio Torres, and the top half of the order, Wesley Moss. Brooks Stotler, the center fielder, hitting .404 these playoffs, batting over .400 coming into the championship game. 19 hits, 14 runs for Stotler, 5 home runs and 10 RBI. Had 2 home runs in game number 1 of this series. He went 2 for 4 on that day with 2 solo shots to right field. It was an impressive night for the center fielder, Stotler. It was the first time we watched him play at Athletic Park all season. And he impressed at Athletic Park. 1-1 count, a foul ball and a pitch down low. 19 hits for Stotler, 5 of them home runs. Hitting .404. Second pitch, swinging strike. Cervantes looking for the second strikeout of the game. Got De La Cruz looking in the first inning. Leadoff batter for the Red Sox here in the top of the third, Brooks Stotler. Gonna foul off another pitch, this one just behind home plate over top of the netting. That one into the concourse behind the stands. Keeps the count 1-2. Another opportunity for Stotler. 1-2 count and a running fastball outside. That one lands just outside. 2-2 now, even count. And Cervantes will fill the count. Another pitch upstairs. Misses the strike zone for a third time in this at bat. 6 pitches now thrown to Stotler. 3-2 count. And it's going to be a third foul ball. That one just into the stands down the third base line. Keeps the count full, 3-2. Stotler extending the at bat. And Stotler's going to be struck out looking. That one, the outside corner. Bit of a questionable call from the umpire. Fans love it here at Athletic Park. No complaints from them. Stotler goes down looking for the first out of the third inning. 1 up, 1 down. Now batting for the Red Sox here in the third inning. It's the number 9 batter, Antonio Torres, DHing this evening. Torres is hitting .286, starting to play quite a bit for the Red Sox. Yeah, now has 28 at-bats in 9 games. 8 hits in the 28 at-bats. Almost a hit per game for Torres. Count at the plate. Just finding out that Antonio Torres was injured coming into the playoffs. Tried throwing behind the plate in the backstop down towards first and caught his finger in the mesh behind the backstop and peeled off the skin of his finger on his ring finger, and that's why he was out of the Red Sox lineup. 2-2 count. And Torres going to ground this one towards Radai at second. Radai makes a backhanded grab. Throws to first. 4-3 for the out. Hope Torres is okay with his ring finger on his right hand. Hope the skin has grown back nicely for him. Playing here in a championship series, it must be alright, or it just means that much to him to be playing with the skin peeled off. That sounds horrible. Top of the order now for the Red Sox. It's Wesley Moss. 2 outs, 2 up, 2 down, the bottom of the order. Not making any noise for the Red Sox so far. Moss lined out to Carson Johnson, the shortstop in the first inning. A line drive. Johnson dives to his right and makes the grab to start the game off in the first inning. 1-0 count to Moss, and he's going to foul one off down the third base line over top of the Mavericks dugout. Moss fouls off the second pitch, makes the count 1-1. Two outs, 1-1. And it's a curve ball from Cervantes that just drops low. 2 balls and a strike. Moss will ground this one towards Radai to end the inning. 4-3 gets the third out. Radai with a few good plays early on in this game. Still no hits for the Red Sox. No runs either. It's 1-0 going into the bottom half of the third inning. bottom of the first inning, and it's a 2-3-4 hitters. Carson Johnson, Colton Wright, and Zach Gray. Johnson's 0 for 1, as well as Zach Gray. Colton Wright was walked in his first at-bat in the first inning. Peyton Burke still on the mound. Through 2, he's given up 1 run on 3 hits and 2 walks. Sal Rodriguez, Nolan Radai, and Louis Canjura getting the singles for the Mavericks. Salguero and Wright walking in their at-bats. Carson Johnson will come up and lead us off here in the bottom of the third. Second at-bat of the game, he's 0 for 1, grounded out to Adam De La Cruz, the second baseman in the first inning. Called strike on the first pitch. Here to lead us off, here to third inning, 0-1 count. Second pitch just drops a little bit too much. Down low and outside from Burks, 1-1. Colton Wright on deck for the Mavericks. He walked in the first inning. And pitch number 3 is in the dirt. Hops in front of the plate. Bounces to Matt Deneau, 2-1 now. Peyton Burks with pitch number 4, and Carson Johnson's going to line this one into left field. Over top of the head of Langlois. It's a leadoff single here in the third inning for Carson Johnson. And he's going to get to second now. He advances second on the throw from the left fielder, Moss. Error throw from Wesley Moss gets Carson Johnson to second. Runner in scoring position to lead off the bottom of the third. Line drive into left, and advances to second. It advanced on the error from Wesley Moss, the left fielder. Moss with the throw in, missed the cutoff guy at second. Johnson now on second with Colton Wright at the plate. First pitch called strike, outside corner. 0-1 now. Wright watches the second pitch go by. Outside corner again from Burks. He's keeping it away from Wright. Keeping it over to plate. Gets ahead 0-2. Oh-2 count from Burks. Here's the third pitch, and Wright is going to foul this one off. Laces it just into foul territory down the first base line. Extends the at-bat. Trying to get on base for the second time, or at least advance the runner from second. Burks ahead 0-2. Looking for the first out of the third inning. One-two count now. Wright looking for his first base hit of the game. Gonna ground this one towards the shortstop, Danny Hunt. Bait to grab, a hard throw to first. Gets the out, 6-3. Colton Wright almost ran it out. A good hard throw from Danny Hunt. Make sure They get the first out of the third inning. Hunt gunned it over there. And there's one down now. One still on for the Mavericks on second. Zach Gray popped up into foul territory, and the third baseman Phil Langlois made the grab in the first inning. So he's 0 for 1 so far and gets behind 0-1 here in the third inning. One gone and one on for the Mavericks. Carson Johnson on second, and Colton Wright was out after the ground out to the shortstop, Danny Hunt. Mavericks looking for their second run of the game here in inning number 3. 0-2 count, another called strike. Peyton Burks has really turned his start around. Much better control here in the third inning. 20 balls and 27 strikes now from Burks in 47 pitches. Hasn't missed the plate much in the last few at-bats. 0-2 count. Pitches outside, 1-2 now. Gray in his second at-bat and a 1-2 count. 0 for 1 on the day. Pitches in and he lines this one into right field. That one's going to find the grass. Jones tries diving for it but can't make the grab. It's rolling to the warning track. Zach Gray turns second. He's into third with a stand-up triple. Scores Carson Johnson. And Gray here in the third inning with an RBI triple makes the score 2-0 for the Mavericks. Jones with a diving effort in right field, can't make the grab, takes himself out of the play. The ball rolls to the warning track. And we got a 2-0 ball game here in the bottom half of the third inning. Gray with a clutch triple with Carson Johnson on second. 2-0 for the Mavericks. Gray now 1 for 2 on the day. Pitching change for the Sox. They're not wasting any time taking Peyton Burks out of this one. See here, yeah, so all we have to do is, so we're in this area. Tyler Bernhardt now on the mound for the Red Sox here in the bottom half of the third inning. Peyton Burks pulled after the triple from Zach Gray. Tyler Bernhardt making his 7th appearance of these playoffs on the mound. He now leads the Red Sox in appearances. In 6 so far, he's pitched 7 in the third innings. In the 7 in the third innings, he's given up 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks for Bernhardt, and 7 strikeouts in 7 in the third innings. 0-1 record for Bernhardt. And a 3.68 ERA. Tyler Bernhardt now on the mound for the Red Sox in relief of Peyton Burks. Bernhardt making his 2nd appearance in these finals, pitched earlier here at Athletic Park. We're the same as Cervantes. We're the same as Cervantes. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Rodriguez now at the plate with 1 out and 1 still on. Zach Gray on third. Rodriguez, the first batter that Bernhardt will face in relief of Peyton Burks. Peyton Burks makes it through 2 1/3, giving up 2 runs on 5 hits and 2 walks. Two-0 count to Rodriguez. First 2 pitches from Bernhardt, none of them finding the plate. Rodriguez singled and scored in the second inning. And on the third pitch, Bernhardt just floats it in there over top of the plate for a called strike. 2-1 now. Two-one count, pitches in from Bernhardt. And Rodriguez going to line this one down to third base line. He's got his second single of the game, and this one scores another run. Zach Gray scores from third. 2 runs here in the third inning. It's 3-0 for the Mavericks. Starting to get on a bit of a run. Line drive down to third base line. Just gets past Phil Langlois. Langlois almost blocks it. Knocked it down on his glove, but ball was just ripped too hard. Gets past his glove into left field. 3 runs now on 6 hits for the Mavericks. Rodriguez 2 for 2 with an RBI. And at the plate now it's Nolan Radai, who also singled in the second inning. 1 for 1 on a day. Watch the first pitch go by. Called strike, 0-1. On the second pitch, Radai is going to fly this one into deep right field. Joshua Jones is after it on the warning track. He'll make the grab for the second out here in the bottom of the third. 2 outs now as Radai flies out to right field. 3 runs now charged to Peyton Burks after Zach Gray came around to score. So Burks gives up 3 runs to the Mavericks in 2 1/3 innings, 5 hits and 2 walks. Two outs and 1 on for the Mavericks. And Louis Canjura, the number 7 batter, steps up to the plate for the second time. RBI single in the second inning, scored Rodriguez from third. Line drive into right field. Rodriguez scored for the first run of the game. Now 3-0 for the Mavericks here in the third. And Canjura will be looking to get on for the second time. Up 2-0 in the count. A good place to be for the batter. And it's now 3-0. Tyler Bernhardt getting way behind now, 3-0. 9 pitches thrown from Bernhardt. 5 of them balls, 4 strikes. Peyton Burks issued 49 pitches, 28 strikes, and 21 balls in the start. And Canjura is going to be walked in 4 pitches. 2 on now for the Mavericks. No surprise that they'd walk Louis Canjura here in the third inning with 2 outs. As Canjura has been a hot bat for the Mavericks. He's already 1 for 1 today, getting hit number 19 of the playoffs with Jordan Dre following. Dre coming into this game batting only 150. Tyler Bernhardt would rather attack Dre than Canjura right now to get out of the inning. First pitch swinging is Jordan Dre. And a strike 1 in the at-bat. Bernhardt gets ahead. Oh, 0-1 to Jordan Dre. And the slider from Bernhardt. Can't keep it down. Leaves it up high, 1-1. Dre fouls one off. Breaking ball up high in the zone. Jordan can only catch a piece of it to make the count 1-2 on the foul ball behind home plate. Bernhard looking for the third out of the inning. Trying to get into the top half of the fourth. But he'll bounce the pitch in front of the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes now, even count. To the number 8 batter, the right fielder for the Mavericks. Two count with 2 on and 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Dre with a good eye watches another one go by. Doesn't fancy swinging at the pitch outside. Makes the count 3-2. Full count, 2 outs. And Dre's going to be walked in 6 pitches. Loads the bases, not what Bernhard was after when he walked Kanjura. Little did he know that Dre would be walked as well to fill the bases with 2 outs here in the third inning. Stepping up to the plate here for the second time. 0 for 1 on the day. It's the number 9 batter, Jackson Hoagie. Hoagie grounded to the first baseman, Eric Crossman, in the second inning. Steps up to the plate here in the bottom of the third with the bases loaded. Opportunity to get his first base hit of the game. This one through the backstop. Rodriguez is coming from third. He's going to score. It's 4-0 for the Mavericks. Like I said earlier, Rodriguez on third. The only way he's going to come around to score is if it's at the backstop, and he does. One 1-0 count. Every runner advances. Four nothing for the Mavericks here in the third inning. They've got 3 here in the third alone. 2 runners in scoring position. Dre on second and Louis Kanjura on third. And it's a 2-0 count now. Right now, we're just having some Wi-Fi issues with our scoreboards. That's why the scoreboard hasn't updated since the last at-bat. Just about ready to get going with that. And this one's in the dirt as well. Kanjura's coming home from third. It's at the backstop. 2-run score on wild pitches. Dre advances to third. Kanjura comes home. It's 5-0 for the Mavericks. 4 runs here in inning number 3. Mavericks start to take a commanding lead here early in this game. 5-0 Mavericks after 2 runs come around to score on wild pitches in Jackson Hoagie's at bat. 3-0 count. And it's a called strike. 3-1 now. Bernhard finally gets one into strike zone. Dre on third. He'll now be looking to come home. Hoagie in a 3-1 count. David Salguero, top of the order, on deck. Another called strike at the plate. 2 straight from Bernhard. Fills the count 3-2. Full count at the plate for Hoagie. And Hoagie's going to line this one straight to the third baseman, Phil Langlois. Langlois makes the grab to end the bottom half of the third inning. 5 unassisted. And we're going into the top half of the fourth with a 5-0 score. Mavericks get 4 runs in the third.
It looks like we got some dizzy bad action. We got Gage and Cooper down there. And Britt, what's going
We'll be back for the top half of the fourth inning in just a moment. Top half of the fourth inning. It'll be the 2-3-4 hitters for the Red Sox: Adam De La Cruz, Joshua Jones, and Phil Langlois. Adam De La Cruz will lead us off. Mavericks got 4 runs in the bottom half of the third to take a 5-0 lead here in Game 5 of the Western Major Baseball League Championship Series. Red Sox now have a big mountain to climb, down 5 runs in the fourth. 2-0 count to the leadoff batter for the Red Sox, De La Cruz. De La Cruz struck out looking in the first inning, but gets ahead here in inning number 4, 3-0. Count. And De La Cruz watches the fourth pitch go by for a called strike, 3-1 now. Foul ball from De La Cruz. It's a full count after 5 pitches. And this one's going to be lined into right field. Jordan Dre's after it. He loses his cap. Just right down the right field foul line. Loses his ball cap in the effort to make his grab. 1 up, 1 down. De La Cruz still looking for the first hit of the game after hitting 24 coming in. He's 0 for 2 now after a strikeout. And a line out to right field. Joshua Jones, the right fielder, stepping up to the plate. Second time this game, he's 0 for 1 so far. Called strike on the first pitch. Jones popped up into foul territory just behind the first baseman, Zach Gray, in the first inning. And he's going to line this one into left. Jackson Hoagie's after it. He'll make the grab on the run. A fantastic reach from Jackson Hoagie to get the second out of the inning. Great play from Jordan Dre to get the first out, and an even better grab from Jackson Hoagie on out number 2. Corner outfielders not making it easy tonight for the Red Sox. 2 up, 2 down to start the inning. Cervantes getting plenty of help from his outfielders here in his second start of the playoffs. Phil Langlois, the third baseman and number 4 batter in the lineup. Batting now for the second time. Langlois popped up into foul territory down the third baseline in the second inning as he grounds this one towards Carson Johnson, and Johnson's going to bobble it. First hit of the game for the Red Sox as that one just out of Johnson's reach, couldn't make the play. An infield single for Langlois. First hit of the game for the Red Sox comes here in the top of the fourth from Phil Langlois. As it's Eric Crossman, the first baseman, now batting for the Sox with 1 on and 2 out. First pitch way outside from Cervantes. 1 ball and no strikes. Crossman's going to hit this one high in the air in the center field. Salguero doesn't have to move much, just a couple steps to his right to make the out. 3 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. We're going into the 3 outs in the top of the 4th, going into the bottom half of the 4th inning. Still 5-0 for the Mavericks.
Looking for the signature of number 16, Michael Paul. ERG's Ice and Water app. If we have that signature, you have just one. From RG's Ice and Water, you'll see someone in the ticket office that can use that rock. You see that ad.
One thing I can't wait with Tyler Bernhardt still on the mound for the Red Sox. After 2/3 of an inning into third, gave up 2 runs on 1 hit and 2 walks. 2 wild pitches behind home plate, bringing around the 2 runs for the Mavericks from Bernhardt. Leading off the bottom half of the 4th inning, it'll be the 1-2-3 hitters for the Mavericks: David Salguero, Carson Johnson, and Colton Wright. Salguero is 0 for 1 so far with a walk. Carson Johnson is 1 for 2, and Colton Wright, like Salguero, 0 for 1 with 1 walk in the game. First pitch from Bernhardt here in the bottom of the 4th. Just down low, 1-0. Two and 0. Salguero gets ahead into a good count. Already been walked once this game. Carson Johnson on deck for the Mavericks. And Salguero is going to pop this one into right field. Joshua Jones gets under it. That one can't find any grass. Too close to the right fielder. And there's 1 up, 1 down for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 4th. Salguero now 0 for 2 with a walk in the game. Carson Johnson, the shortstop, now batting. He's 1 for 2 so far. Singled a line drive to left field in the 3rd inning and later scored. Called strike on the first pitch to the shortstop. Johnson's already made a couple of good plays defensively for the Mavericks. And he's got on base and scored once in the 3rd inning, part of the 4 runs that the Mavericks scored there in the 3rd. One count with 1 out and nobody on. Johnson watches pitch number 3 go by inside. Makes the count 2-1 now. Bernhardt misses again. And Johnson's going to swing on that pitch and ground it towards Adam De La Cruz, the second baseman. De La Cruz will make the play to first another 4-3 for the Red Sox. Mavericks hitting into a lot of grounders to the second baseman.
2 on now for the catcher, number 25, Colton Wright.
2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth. Top of the order going down easy for Tyler Bernhardt. And it'll be the number 3 hitter, Colton Wright, who will step up to the plate now. Wright is 0 for 1 so far with a walk. Grounded out to the shortstop, Danny Hunt, in the third inning. 1-0 count, a ball and no strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. 5-0 for the Mavericks. Two balls now to Colton Wright, getting ahead. Already been walked once in the first inning. Bernhardt with the third pitch. And Wright's going to line this one into deep center field. That's at the wall, and it's over. A home run for the catcher. Colton Wright with a blast, 385 away. His 4th home run of these playoffs. And it's 6-0 for the Mavericks here in the 4th inning. A 2-out solo home run. And Colton Wright has his first hit of the game. A line drive solo home run to center field. Mavericks take the lead 6-0 here at Athletic Park in Game 5. The solo home run for Colton Wright is 4th of the playoffs. Two out still here in the 4th inning. Base is cleared, and it's Zach Gray at the plate. He tripled his last at-bat, an RBI triple in the 3rd inning. He scored as well. Tripled to right field. Joshua Jones tried making a diving play on it. Jones couldn't make the grab, so he took himself out of the play, and the ball got all the way down to the warning track. And Zach Gray found himself on third with an RBI. 1-1 count after the foul ball. Zach Gray breaks his bat, so he just has to get a new one. And we'll wait for the third pitch now from Bernhardt. 1-1 with 2 outs, and that's a called strike. 1-2 now. 1-2 count for Zach Gray. Bernhardt looking to get out of the inning, allowing 1 run. And the count is now 2-2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Even count with 2 outs here in the 4th inning.
It's in a box.
Even count 2-2. And Gray is going to take a long reach for that one outside of the plate. Just fouls it off. That one was floated into the strike zone. Second straight foul ball from Zach Gray. Count stays 2-2. Now 6 pitches in the at-bat. Gray battling, fighting hard at the plate, extending this inning.
You know, and that's what I've always looked at. I love when they're different.
2-2 count, 2 outs. And a curveball from Tyler Bernhardt finds the bottom half of the corner. Bernhardt gets the strikeout. Gray goes down looking. And that's the first strikeout against a Mavericks batter there in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Mavericks get 1 more run on the Colton Wright home run to straightaway center field, 385 feet away. Takes a 6-0 lead into the top half of the 5th. Jamin Cervantes with quite the run support here in Game 5. Cervantes has given up no runs to the Red Sox so far through 4 on 1 hit and 1 walk. Matt Deneau, the only walk of the game, and Phil Langlois has the only hit for the Red Sox so far. 2 strikeouts for Cervantes on 57 pitches in only 4 innings. 34 strikes and 23 balls from Cervantes. Top half of the 5th inning, it'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Matt Deneau, Danny Hunt, and Brooks Stotler. Deneau walked in the 2nd inning. Danny Hunt and Brooks Stotler both 0 for 1 so far this game.
Hey, Vance, with that solo home run by Clinton Wright, we do have a winner in our AC Alders and Associates of RBC Canadian Securities $100 cash giveaway. Section D as in dog, row E, seat 19. If you have that ticket number, you can claim that prize at the ticket office. Starting off before the Regina Red Sox.
Top half of the 5th inning. Leading off for the Red Sox will be the catcher, Matt Deneau. Deneau swinging on the first pitch, fouls it off into the netting behind home plate, 0-1. Deneau hits absolute bombs for the Red Sox. He's 2nd on the team with 4 home runs in these playoffs on only 12 hits. 13 RBI for Deneau as well. 12 hits and 4 home runs. When he hits it hard. 1-1 from Cervantes. 3rd pitch is in. The slider way inside. Deneau has to duck and cover from that one. Just about no break on pitch number 3. Deneau ducks safely. 2-1. And he's going to launch this one on the air. Line drive over top of the wall. A solo shot for number 17, Matt Deneau, his 5th home run of the playoffs. When he hits it hard. An absolute line drive, no doubter to left field. 6-1 Mavericks on the solo shot from the catcher, Matt Deneau. That one was out in a hurry, and you knew it right away. No questions asked. 1 run scores for the Regina Red Sox here in the 5th inning. Cuts the score to 6-1. First pitch swinging is Danny Hunt off the back of Cervantes. Johnson makes the throw to first, but not in time. Danny Hunt with an infield single off of Cervantes. Andrew Murphy is going to come talk to Cervantes after he gets hit on the line drive from Danny Hunt. Tells Murphy he's okay, and now just talking with the catcher, Colton Wright. Wright will go back behind the plate. No outs here in the top of the 5th. 1 on for the Red Sox. Danny Hunt gets the infield single, and Brooks Stotler, the center fielder, now at the plate. Stotler leads the Red Sox in home runs with 5. Hit 2 in game 1 of this series. 2 solo shots over the right field wall. Two balls and no strikes. Brooks Stotler with no outs and 1 on. Danny Hunt on first. Top of the 5th in Game 5 of the Western Major Baseball League Championship. As Stotler lines one into foul territory down the third base line. First strike of the at-bat makes it 2-1. Mavericks leading the Red Sox 6-1 here in the top of the 5th. Matt Deneau with a solo home run to lead us off here in the 5th inning. And Stotler is going to foul off a second straight pitch to even up the count, 2-2. Cervantes looking for the first out of this 5th inning. Also trying to achieve strikeout number 3. So far, 2 strikeouts through 4 innings. 2-2 count, 1 on, no outs. Cervantes with the pitch, a slider right down the middle. The breaking ball gets Stadler looking, he freezes at the plate. No swing from the center fielder. And Stadler's now struck out twice in this game. Cervantes with 3 so far through 4 1/3. 1 out here in the 5th inning with 1 on. Bottom of the order, the number 9 batter, Antonio Torres, the designated hitter, now batting. Grounded out to the second baseman, 4-3 in the 3rd inning. First pitch swinging, and he'll fly this one into center field. Salguero looks to be under it. He'll make the grab to his right. Throws it in early to keep Danny Hunt on first. 2 outs now in the 5th inning. Antonio Torres is 0 for 2. 1 still on. Danny Hunt on first after the single. Here with 2 outs, Wesley Moss, the left fielder and top of the order batter, will step up to the plate for the 3rd time. 0 for 2 on the game. Hasn't been able to get it out of the infield yet, lining out to the shortstop Carson Johnson in the 1st inning and grounding out to Nolan Radai, the second baseman, in inning number 3. Cervantes checks Danny Hunt on first again. Gets back safely. And he'll turn his attention back to Danny Hunt again at first base. Two-0 count, pitches outside from Cervantes. Struggling to find the plate in this at-bat. Two balls, no strikes. And Moss is going to fly this one deep to left field. Hoagie is under it. Only has to make a few steps back to his left. Top half of the 5th inning over. Regina get 1 run on the solo home run for Matt Deneau. His 5th home run of these playoffs. Ties Brooks Stadler for the team lead. Tyler Bernhardt back on the mound for the Red Sox here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Through 1 2/3 innings pitched, Bernhardt's given up 3 runs to the Mavericks on 2 hits and 2 walks. 1 strikeout for Bernhardt so far, that being to Zach Gray. 39 pitches from Bernhardt in this game, 21 balls and 18 strikes.
Hey fans, don't forget to check out the souvenir shop. We still got some Apple swag down there. 15% off still going. Except for the jerseys, of course. But everything else, 15% off. Check out the souvenir shop.
Five, 6, 7 hitters for the Mavericks here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. So far, all with hits. Sal Rodriguez, 2 for 2. Nolan Radai, 1 for 2 in the game. And Louis Canjura is 1 for 1 with a walk. Rodriguez and Louis Canjura both have RBIs. Sal Rodriguez is 2 for 2, 2 singles, scored both times, and an RBI in the 3rd. Louis Canjura is 1 for 1. He singled with an RBI earlier in the game as well.
The designated hitter, number 20, Sal Rodriguez.
Rodriguez will lead us off here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. 2 line drive singles, and he scored twice. We'll see if he can keep that streak going here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. First pitch from Bernhardt, down low. Rodriguez gets ahead early in the count, 1-0. Second pitch from Bernhardt, fouled by Rodriguez. Just gets a piece of it. Off the catcher's mask, Matt Deneau will have to shake that one off and readjust his helmet. Stays in there. And we quickly get ready for pitch number 3 from Bernhardt. Matt Deneau shakes that one off quite easily. And the pitch is in the dirt from Bernhardt, but Rodriguez swings on it. Makes the count 1-2. Bernhardt fools Rodriguez with the off-speed pitch in the dirt. And the curveball from Bernhardt just misses. Makes the count 2-2. Rodriguez in this game collects hits number 15 and 16 these playoffs. As he lines this one towards the third baseman, Langlois. Langlois will make the backhanded grab and the throw all the way across the infield towards first. Gets the first out of the 5th inning. Rodriguez now 2 for 3. Same scenario on his second base hit of the game. Rodriguez ripped one down the third base line, got past Langlois. Langlois made sure it didn't happen again as he gets the first out of the 5th inning. One up, one down. Bernhardt retires Rodriguez on the ground out. And it's now Nolan Radai at the plate. Radai is 1 for 2 in this game, a single in the second inning. One-0 count for Radai. Not going to be fooled by the pitch in the dirt or the second offering from Bernhardt. That one just low of the plate. Looked like it could have been called strike number 1 on the at-bat, but it's a 2-0 count. Radai rips one towards the shortstop, Danny Hunt. A hard ground ball gets past the shortstop. Another base hit for Radai. 2 singles in the game. He's now 2 for 3. Danny Hunt with his best effort to knock that one down. Just couldn't get the hard ground ball from Radai. Another single for the second baseman. He's 2 for 3 now. 8 hits now for the Mavericks and 6 runs here in the 5th inning. Red Sox with 3 hits and 1 run. And Bernhardt is going to be replaced after the Radai single. And replacing Bernhardt is number 45, Edgar Chavez, here in the 5th inning. All right, found out number 45, Edgar. His last name is Cuevas. Edgar Cuevas comes onto the mound here in the bottom half of the 5th inning with 1 out and 1 on in relief of Tyler Bernhardt, who got through 2 innings. Bernhardt gets through 2, giving up 3 runs on 3 hits and 2 walks. 1 strikeout from Bernhardt. 3 runs given up from both Peyton Burks and Tyler Bernhardt in this game.
For the Regina Red Sox, left-handed reliever from the Bronx, New York. Number 45.
Edgar Cuevas comes on for Bernhardt. Cuevas is making his 3rd appearance of these playoffs, all in this championship series. Cuevas in 2 appearances has thrown 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits given up and 1 run, 3 walks from Cuevas and 3 strikeouts in 2 1/3. No wins, no losses for Cuevas and a 3.85 ERA. Here with 1 out and 1 on, stepping up to the plate to face off against the Red Sox reliever is number 4, Louis Canjura. Louis Canjura is 1 for 1 today. Singled with an RBI in the 2nd inning and walked and scored in inning number 3. scored on a wild pitch in inning number 3 from Tyler Bernhardt. First pitch from Suarez, up high, the fastball. Canjura watches that one go by, has to back away from it just a little, 1-0. At head height, so can never be too safe. Here's Canjura as he swings through the second pitch. That one on the outside corner from Suarez. Finding the bottom corner of the plate, gets Canjura swinging, 1-1. Pitch outside and down low. Matt Deneau has to make the grab outside of the plate. And Suarez gets behind 2-1. Jordan Dre on deck for the Mavericks. 3-1 count now. Jordan Dre is 0 for 1 with a walk. He walked in the third inning to load the bases after Louis Canjura was walked as well. Two runs came around to score after Dre was walked and the bases were loaded, and Hoagie was at the plate. Swinging strike again from Louis Canjura. Rodriguez and Canjura were the ones to score in the third inning on wild pitches from Tyler Bernhardt. 3-2 full count to Canjura, 1 out, 1 on. And Canjura is going to go down swinging. Another pitch outside and down low from Suarez. He found his spot, and it was outside of the plate. 2 outs now here in the 5th inning. Suarez gets Canjura swinging. 1 out and 1 strikeout from Edgar Chavez. Dre, first pitch swinging, launches one, a line drive into deep left center. It's off the wall. Nolan Rada is going to come around. He turns third for home. Safe at the plate. 7-1 for the Mavericks. Jordan Dre advances to third. An RBI double for Dre. 7-1. Jordan Dre scores Nolan Radai. RBI double for Dre, and he advances to third. On the throw from the outfield. Now batting with a runner on third. With 2 outs here. It's the number 9 batter, Jackson Hoagie. Jordan Dre was first pitch swinging there on his RBI double. Line drive to left center. Now on third. 2 outs. Jackson Hoagie at the plate. And it's a 1-1 count. Second pitch is up high from Edgar Suarez. Third pitch from Suarez, and Jackson Hoagie is going to hit this one high in the air in the left field. Wesley Moss is under it in short left field to make the grab. Ends the bottom half of the 5th inning. Mavericks get 1 more run. Dre scores Bradeye. Mavericks now lead 7-1 going into the top half of the 6th. In a do-or-die game, elimination game for both the Mavericks and the Red Sox. Game 5 of the Western Major Baseball League Championship Series. 7-1 for the Mavericks. 1 run in the 2nd inning, 4 in the 3rd, and 1 more in both the 4th and the 5th inning. Regina scoring in the 5th inning, a solo home run for Matt Deneau. mymhq.ca. It's my psychology. So it's just yeah, my MHC.
Oh, I
yeah,
see.
the college email. So I just wanted to clarify that for you.
College.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey folks, if you want ice cream, sorry these sold out. But they do have snow cones.
Cervantes still on the mound for the Mavericks. A deep start now going into the 6th inning. Through 5, Cervantes only giving up 1 run to the Red Sox on 3 hits and a walk, 3 strikeouts as well for Cervantes.
Starting off before Regina Red Sox in the top of the 6th inning.
Here in the 6th inning, it'll be the 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Red Sox. Adam De La Cruz, Joshua Jones, and Phil Langlois. De La Cruz 0 for 2 so far. And here leading off the top of the 6th, he watched the first pitch go by for a called strike 0-1. Cervantes finding that top outside corner. And another called strike slider from Cervantes. Inner half this time, starts inside of the plate. Just droops over top of the strike zone, 0-2 now. De La Cruz has already struck out once this game. Struck out looking in the first inning, and he's down 0-2 now. Foul ball on pitch number 3.
Dedicated to getting groups of all sizes safely home with a bus by visiting them at southland.ca.
0-2 count. Adam De La Cruz at the plate. Joshua Jones on deck for the Red Sox. And De La Cruz going to ground this one towards Radai. He's hustling hard for first. Can't get there in time. 4-3. Gets the first out of the 6th inning. Radai throws to first in time with no issues. 1 up, 1 down. Joshua Jones, right fielder, now at the plate for the 3rd time. Also 0 for 2 like De La Cruz. Phil Langlois, he has a base hit in this game, and he's on deck for the Red Sox. First pitch breaking ball from Cervantes. Lands inside, 1-0. 9 hits now for the Mavericks, still only 3 for the Red Sox. 2-0 count, second pitch just down low. And the pitch inside. Joshua Jones swings on it. Just fouls it off down the third base line. Cervantes ties him up at the plate. And Joshua Jones can't keep it fair. And that one just hovers over top of the plate. Jones finds that one, hits it down the third base line. Past Canjura. Hoagie tracks it down quickly, and it's only a 1-out single for Joshua Jones down the third base line.
Our bunch of lines beer batter. The third baseman, number 25, Phil Langlois. He strikes out at this end.
1 out and 1 on here in the 6th inning. Joshua Jones gets his first hit of the ball game. He's 1 for 3 now. Trying to get something going for the Red Sox, down 6 here in the 6th inning. Phil Langlois, he singled in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 2 so far. Red Sox want to get something going here in the 6th inning. Not much time left to waste, down 6. Oh, 1 count, first pitch, foul ball from Phil Langlois. Second pitch up high. Colton Wright has to make a jump for that one. He evens up the count 1-1. Two and one now. Cervantes finding that same spot just up high the strike zone. Langlois being very patient at the plate. Watching the pitches go by. Gets ahead 2-1 now. Cervantes has only walked 1 batter, Matt Deneau, earlier in the game. 3-1 now. Pitches way outside. Langlois. No issues there. Watching that one go by. Count now at the plate, 3-1. Already one runner on base for the Red Sox. Joshua Jones is on first after the single down the third base line.
Yeah.
3-1 count. And Langlois is going to be walked to first. Now 2 runners on for the Red Sox here in the 5th inning. The most that they've had in an inning so far this game. Top of the 6th, sorry. And there's 2 on for the Red Sox with only 1 out. And the first baseman, Eric Crossman, coming up to bat for the 3rd time. So far 0 for 2, but came into this game batting .358, so he's due for a hit anytime. Crossman with 19 hits in 13 playoff games. Still looking for his first here in Game 5 of the Championship Series. First pitch is in the dirt, out wide, gets past Colton Wright. Runners advance. Wild pitch, and there's now 2 in scoring position for the Red Sox. Double play no longer in effect, and it's 1-0 at the plate. One-0 count. Joshua Jones on third. Phil Langlois on second. 2 runners in scoring position for the Sox, down 6 runs. Crossman is going to foul this one off. Just on the dirt, and Gray, the first baseman, is going to make the grab. 2 outs now. That one at the wall. So close to going into the stands was Crossman. Gray stuck with it the whole way and made the grab right near the Regina Red Sox dugout. And Crossman's not happy with himself. He slams his bat and his helmet over near the dugout. Unlucky for Crossman, not hitting that one into the stands. Gray with a remarkable effort, hustling from first to get the 2nd out of the inning. That'll really help the Mavericks here in the top of the 6th. Matt Deneau at the plate. He's walked once and had a solo home run in the 5th inning. So he's 1 for 1 with an RBI. He's produced the only run of the game so far for the Red Sox. Solo shot in inning number 5. In the bullpen for the Mavericks now is number 17, Junior Pimentel. Getting ready now that Cervantes is through 5 2/3. Foul ball from Matt Deneau. Jamin Cervantes gets ahead 1-2. Cervantes looking to get out of the inning with 2 runners in scoring position, allowing no runs to come around. 1-2 count to Matt Deneau, looking for his 4th strikeout of the game and the 3rd out of this inning. Here's the pitch, and it's a called strike. Fastball on the outside corner. Cervantes gets his 4th strikeout of the game. Cervantes gets out of the jam, and the Red Sox leave 2 in scoring position. Opportunity wasted from Regina. Going into the bottom of the 6th now. Mavericks still up 6 runs, 7-1. Bottom of the sixth inning now. Edgar Suevez still on the mound for the Red Sox. Suevez will go up against the top of the order for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the sixth. The 1-2-3 hitters Salguero, Johnson, and Wright. Salguero will lead us off, steps up to the batter's box here and waits for pitch number one. He swings on it and bloops it into right field. Just over top of the second baseman's head, Adam De La Cruz. And Johnson now has, Salguero, sorry, now has hit number 20 of these playoffs. David Salguero, first pitch swinging. A little blooper into right field. He now has 20 hits in this 2018 postseason. Leadoff single in the bottom of the sixth. 1 on, no outs. And Carson Johnson is now at the plate. 1 for 3 so far. Singled and scored in the third inning. First pitch looking. And it's a called strike, 0-1.
How big is Regina?
0-1 count. And Suevez tries to pick off Salguero at first. Can't do so. He's back in time. Salguero's already been picked off at first once this game. Peyton Burke's getting him earlier in the first inning. 0-1. Suevez with the second pitch. That one up high. He evens up the count as Johnson watches it go by. 1-1. Johnson with 18 hits now after his single in the third inning. Only 2 behind Salguero. Call time from Johnson.
Unless you guys can do something in regards to
Still an even count here to the second batter, Carson Johnson, in the sixth inning. 1-1 count as Suevez checks Salguero on first again. Salguero had a leadoff single into right field here in the sixth inning. Colton Wright on deck. Wright's 1 for 2 with an RBI and a walk so far this game. Pitches in to Johnson, another called strike. That one just finds the outside corner. Good pitch from Edgar Suevez. Makes the count 1-2. Suevez looking for a second strikeout in relief. Not going to get it against Johnson. He pops this one up high in the air to center field. Brooks Stotler takes a couple steps ahead. Makes the grab. F8 for the first out of the sixth inning. 1 out and 1 on now. And it's a catcher, the third batter here in this inning. Colton Wright. Colton Wright, he walked in the first inning. And his one hit in the game with the RBI is a solo shot in the fourth inning to straightaway center. The only home run of the game so far from the catcher, number 25, Colton Wright. First pitch, ball, 1-0. One on, one gone. It's a 1-0 count at the plate for Colton Wright. Salguero on first. And made that count 2-0. Second pitch just about in the dirt. Almost hops in front of the plate. Matt Deneau doing a good job here late in this game. Keeping the ball in front of him and not behind. 10 hits now for the Mavericks. After the single from Salguero, they're at double digits here in the final game of the season. At the plate, Wright being patient, watches the first 3 pitches go by. 2-1. 2 balls and 1 called strike. Call time again. Suarez waiting a while there for the 4th pitch. Suarez and Martineau decide what pitch they want to throw. Here for the 4th pitch of the at-bat. It's in. And Wright's going to pop this one up into short right field. Joshua Jones is under it. Makes the grab. 2 outs now here at the bottom of the 6th. Salguero stays on first.
Now batting the first baseman, number 41, Zach Gray.
Bottom of the 6th inning. 2 outs and 1 on. Zach Gray, who's 1 for 3 now at the plate. Had an RBI triple and later scored in the 3rd inning. RBI triple scored Carson Johnson. Salguero on first, and Gray is 1 for 3. Struck out looking in the 4th inning. 7-1 for the Mavericks, up 6 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch is in to Gray outside. No chance. Gray was looking at that one as he gets ahead 1-0. Second pitch way inside on Gray. Gray backs away. Has a 2-0 count. 2 balls, no strikes. And it's 3-0 now. The pitch is down low. Suarez struggling to find a strike zone here against Gray. 3-0. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 on for the Mavericks. Called strike at the plate on pitch number 4. And like we see often against the Mavericks, they get down in a 3-0 count. Watch pitch number 4 go by. On a hard fastball down the middle, 3-1. Suarez with pitch number 6 in the at-bat inside. Ties up Zach Gray. Fouls it off, 3-2. Foul ball for strike number 2 in the at-bat. Now a full count at the plate. Gray's already struck out once. Suarez looking to get out of the 6th inning, allowing no runs to the Mavericks. Mavericks scored in all innings from the 2nd to 5th. This would be the first inning since inning number 1 where the Mavericks haven't scored. And that'll be the case as Zach Gray goes down swinging. Edgar Suarez now has 2 strikeouts here in 1 2/3 innings pitched.
And folks, look down the first base line. It looks like we got the home team home run challenge. Brought to you by Tori Matson and Sean Levatis for the World of HGA. Who are
Top of the 7th inning now. Cervantes still on the mound for the Mavericks. It'll be the bottom of the order for the Regina Red Sox. 7, 8, 9 hitters, Danny Hunt, Brooks Stotler, and Antonio Torres. Danny Hunt is 1 for 2, singled in the 5th inning. Hunt 1 for 2, singled earlier in the game. Stotler and Torres are both 0 for 2 so far in the bottom of the order. Only 1 hit combined between the 3 batters. 0-2 now after the called strike and the foul ball. One more foul ball here in this at bat from Danny Hunt. Keeps the count 0-2, stays alive. Brooks Stotler on deck. Stotler has struck out twice this game. Jamer Cervantes still on the mound here in inning number 7. Getting a quality start here in a championship game. Foul ball number 3 of the at-bat. Cervantes with a much better start tonight than he had in game number 5 against Edmonton. Against Edmonton, Cervantes only went 2 innings. As Danny Hunt lines this one past Carson Johnson, the shortstop. He dives after it but can't make the play. Second hit of the night for Danny Hunt. Doing his best at the plate, giving it all he has, his best effort. 2 singles now for Hunt as he gets on as the leadoff batter here in the top of the 7th inning. 5 hits now on the night against Cervantes from the Red Sox. Cervantes has given up 1 run to the Red Sox on 5 hits now and 2 walks, 4 strikeouts as well through 6 innings. Brooks Stotler back at the plate. He struck out looking twice this game in the 3rd and 5th innings. Cervantes has had great success against Brooks Stotler here in this game. First pitch called strike. Second pitch, Stotler fouls off. Same count that we just had with Danny Hunt. Same start to the at-bat at least. Pitch outside, 1-2 count.
No blue stakes. You want 1s or 2s.
1 ball, 2 strikes at the plate. Cervantes looking for the first out of the inning. Not going to get it on the 4th pitch of the at-bat. That one hops in front of the plate, 2-2. Even count, no outs, 1 on. Double play is in effect as Danny Hunt's on first. Pitches in, and that'll fill the count. The fastball from Cervantes outside. Cervantes losing the strike zone here in this at-bat. 3-2 now. 3 straight balls. Brooks Stotler in a good at-bat, being very patient, waiting for his pitch. Good 3-2 count. And Stotler's going to hit this one towards Canjura at third. He makes a backhand grab. Throws to first against Stotler. 5-3. The last second gets the ball there. Stotler hits into a 5-3 ground out. Canjura with an incredible play on the hot corner. Runner advances to second. Danny Hunt now in scoring position with 1 out. Canjura making a big league play over there on third base. 1 out now in the 7th inning, and it's a number 9 batter. Antonio Torres, the designated hitter. He's 0 for 2 so far. Louis Canjura with a stellar effort out there on third base. They get the first out of the inning. Now with Torres at the plate, Cervantes gets ahead 0-1 after the swinging strike from Torres. Junior Pimentel back in the bullpen, getting warmed up here in the top of the 7th. Mavericks through Sean Cruz and Tyler Shumpert yesterday in Regina. We'll see who goes tonight at Athletic Park, up 6. foul ball into the glove of Colton Wright on pitch number 2. Strike 2 in the at-bat. Torres gets down 0-2. Cervantes looking for that 5th strikeout of the game. So far with 4 through 6 1/3. Third pitch is in. And Torres going to go down swinging here for the second out of the 7th inning. Cervantes with strikeout number 5 of the game. Gets Torres swinging in an 0-2 count. And there's now 2 outs here in the top of the 7th with Danny Hunt currently on second for the Red Sox. How much is the 50-50? Top of the order now, Wesley Moss at the plate for the Red Sox. First pitch fouls it off over towards the patios down the left field line. 0-1 count. Here with over 2,000 people at Athletic Park, just found out the 50-50 is over $3,500. That's what you get when you get a full crowd, a sellout here at Athletic Park for Game 5. 0-2 at the plate now, swinging strike from Wesley Moss. Cervantes looking for the second straight strikeout to possibly end the 7th inning. 0-2. And he will. Moss goes down swinging. 6 strikeouts now through 7 innings for Jamin Cervantes. Cervantes in his second start here in the playoffs. Mavericks were rolling 4 starters throughout these playoffs, only going with Defoe, Brooks, Junpei Akanuma, and Jared Libke. Cervantes got the start in Game 5 against Edmonton, and now again here in Game 5 against the Regina Red Sox, goes 7 with 6 strikeouts, only giving up 1 run on 5 hits and 2 walks. An incredible effort from the Mavericks starting pitcher. Seven to 1 ball game going into the bottom half of the 7th inning. Edgar Suarez still on the mound for the Red Sox through 1 2/3. It's been one of his best outings yet in the championship series. Giving him no runs on 2 hits and no walks. 2 strikeouts for Suarez. His best outing yet so far here in these playoffs. Bottom of the 7th inning. Here it'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters for the Mavericks. Sal Rodriguez, Nolan Radai, and Louis Canjura. Rodriguez is 2 for 3 with an RBI. 2 singles early in the game. Nolan Radai is also 2 for 3. Louis Canjura is 1 for 2 with a walk. Second pitch, and Rodriguez is going to pop this one up into the infield. Suarez is there, but can't make the grab. He drops it. The pitcher lets Sal Rodriguez get away with a high pop-up in the infield. Suarez not usually known for his catching, I'm sure, in the infield. Not exactly the toughest play for Suarez, you'd think, on Rodriguez, but he can't make the grab. And after the third pitch now, Rodriguez up 2-1. Rodriguez really has another life at the plate after the drop pop-up from Suarez. We'll see if he can make it count. Swings through pitch number 4. A swinging strike, evens up the count 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes for the leadoff batter here in the 7th inning, Sal Rodriguez. Nolan Radai on deck for the Mavericks. And the 5th pitch in the at-bat is going to be in the dirt. Rodriguez watches it go by. Fills the count, 3-2 now. Full count for Rodriguez. And it's another foul ball at the plate. Rodriguez stays alive again, extends the at-bat. Full count, here's the pitch. And Rodriguez is going to go down swinging. Another strikeout for Edgar Suarez. 3 strikeouts now through 2 innings. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
The second baseman, number 1, Nolan Radai.
Mavericks have 10 hits so far in the bottom of the 7th and 7 runs. Nolan Radai, the second baseman, 2 for 3, 2 singles in this game, and scored in the 5th. Radai scored on the Jordan Dre double. Foul ball on pitch number 2 from Radai makes the count 1-1. One count, nobody on for the Mavericks here and 1 out. Third pitch is in, and Radai's going to bloop this one over top of the head of Eric Crossman, the first baseman. Turns first, heads for second. Radai looking for 2, and he's in there safely. 1 out double for Nolan Radai. They get things going for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 7th. Just a blooper over top of Eric Crossman's head.
Brings to the plate the third baseman, number 4, Louis Kendrick.
Radai with some quick wheels turns first. Slides in safely at second for a 1 out double, the 11th hit of the ballgame for the Mavericks. Mavericks didn't score any runs in the 6th, the first time since the first inning. Trying to change that here in the 7th and extend their 7-1 lead. Kandura now at the plate, 1 for 2 so far. Struck out swinging in his last at bat. He singled with an RBI in inning number 2, walked and scored in the 3rd. Gets ahead 2-0 here in his 4th at bat of the game. Jordan Dre is on deck. Dre's 1 for 2 with a walk, as well as Kandura. Dre had an RBI double in his last at bat. Kandura in a 2-0 count. Third pitch comes in from Suarez. And that's inside. Can't find a strike zone again. 3-0. 38 pitches now thrown from Edgar Suarez. 17 balls and 21 strikes. 3-1. Another 3-0 count. Where the 4th pitch called strike. 3-1. 3-1 for Kandura. Pitch comes in, and it's a swinging strike at the plate, fills the count. Suarez not shying away from Kandura, attacking him on the 3-0 count. Making sure he gets Kandura swinging. Guns it by him, 3-2. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. And Kanjura is going to be walked in 6 pitches, gets 2 on now here in the 7th inning with only 1 out. Louis walks for the 2nd time this game. Now 5 walks issued from the Red Sox pitcher. It's the first from Suarez. Meeting at the mound for the Red Sox after Edgar Suarez allows 2 runners to get on base. Nolan Radai with a double, and Louis Kanjura walks. Two on with 1 out here in the 7th inning. And it'll be the number 8 batter, Jordan Dre, stepping up to the plate for the 4th time this game. 1 for 2, an RBI double in the 5th inning. He walked in the 3rd. First pitch swinging is Dre on a pitch down low. Can't find it, gets behind, 0-1. Suarez gets Dre swinging on the first pitch. Can't do so on the second offering, as that one is way too high. Dre watches it go by for ball 1. Two and one now. Pitch is down low and inside. Dre has no problems watching that one go by other than being worried about it catching him in the ankle. Two and one for Dre, the number 8 batter in the Mavericks lineup. And he'll swing through another Suarez offering. Suarez getting good use out of that fastball. Again, gets Jordan Dre swinging for strike number 2 in the at-bat. 2-2 even count with 1 out and 2 on. Jackson Hoagie on deck for the Mavericks as Dre pops this one up high, and this one's going to drift into the stands. No play can be made from Matt Deneau, the Red Sox catcher, as he takes off his helmet and looks for it. Looks to the sky, wondering where the ball is going to land. Into the stands, Dre. Gets another opportunity at the plate now. Keeps the count 2-2. Suarez looking for his 4th strikeout here in 2 innings of work. Not going to get on Dre as he grounds this one past Langlois at 3rd. We got a runner coming around to score. Radai scores again. Dre with his 2nd RBI of the game. Nolan Radai scores for the 2nd time. Dre scores Radai twice now. RBI single, and it's 8-1 for the Mavericks here in the bottom of the 7th. Mavericks out now scored in 5 out of 7 innings. Nolan Radai scores for the 2nd time on an RBI from Jordan Dre. It's the first run of the game that Suarez has given up. 8-1 for the Mavericks. They're on a rout here in Game 5 at Athletic Park. And Suarez is going to be taken out of this one. We're on to the 4th pitcher of the game for the Regina Red Sox. It'll be number 30, Anthony Race, taking the mound for Regina. Anthony Race takes over for Edgar Suarez. Race also making his 7th appearance like Tyler Bernhardt. In 6 appearances so far in these playoffs, Race has pitched 11 and 1/3 innings, giving up 14 hits, 10 runs, 9 of them earned, 6 walks for a Race in 11 and 1/3 innings, and 16 strikeouts. 2-0 record for Anthony Race in these playoffs and a 7.14 ERA.
Now on the mound, ready for a change. This pitching change brought to you by Mr. Lou. Now pitching for the Regina Red Sox. Right-handed reliever from Phoenix, Arizona, number 30, Anthony Race.
First up to bat against Anthony Race is going to be the number 9 batter, Jackson Hoagie. Hoagie will come up 0 for 3 so far this game, but 2 on now is Louis Canjura on second and Jordan Dre on first. Dre now 2 for 3 with 2 RBI in the game. Hoagie now up to the plate for the 4th time. 0 for 3 so far, still looking for that first base hit of the game. He's the only Maverick in the lineup without a hit so far. Mavericks now up to 12 hits in the game. Game 5 of the Wimbledon Championship, and 8 of the 9 batters have a hit. Hoagie, the number 9 batter, looking to change that. Get it 1 through 9. One count for Jackson Hoagie here in the bottom of the 7th inning with 1 out and 2 on. 1 run has come around to score. Nolan Raddick scored on the Jordan Dre single. Two and 1 now as Hoagie watched the 3rd pitch go by. And the dirt. Anthony Race gets behind in his first at bat. Fourth pitcher of the game for the Red Sox. Had Peyton Burks, Tyler Bernhardt, Edgar Suarez, and now Anthony Race. 3-1 count at the plate. So the first batter that Race goes up against Jackson Hoagie. Hoagie 0 for 3 so far. And he's going to foul off a line drive in over top of the first base line. Into that foul territory behind the batting cages where we have over 200 fans. Haven't had many foul balls over there this game, which is good. With all those fans over there watching this game behind right field. 3-2, full count. Anthony Race looking for the out. He's going to get Jackson Hoagie to pop up into the infield. Danny Hunt makes the grab. 6 unassisted, gets the out, and Hoagie's now 0 for 4 in the game. Tough evening at the plate for Jackson Hoagie, but he's been great in the outfield, proving his worth with the glove tonight. A couple great grabs in left field, keeping Regina only to 5 hits and 1 run. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 7th inning, and it's the top of the order. For the 5th time, David Salguero is at the plate. Salguero is 1 for 3 with a walk in the game. Singled his last at bat in the 6th inning. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. And Salguero gets down 0-1. Mavericks have scored 1. Here in the bottom of the 7th. And there's 2 outs with 2 on still. 0-1 count after the foul ball from Salguero. And make it 1-1. The off-speed pitch from Anthony Ray stays outside. Can't drift back over top of the strike zone. Race evens up the count 1-1. 8 pitches thrown so far. 4 balls and 4 strikes. Called strike. Good pitch from Race on the inside half of the strike zone. Sorry, my eyes deceived me. That not called strike. That one inside of the plate. 2-1 count. 3-1 now. The pitch outside. Salguero's already drawn 1 walk this game. Looking to do so for a second time. 3-1. Only 1 strike so far, not 2. There's a glare in the window. And I watched a lot of baseball this summer, so my eyes just deceiving me on that pitch. It's 3-1 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Salguero is going to pop this one up high in the air to center field. Brooks Stotler with enough time to get under it. Makes the grab in center field, and that ends the bottom of the 7th inning. Going into the top half of the 8th, Mavericks up 8-1. Red Sox only with the top half of the 8th and the top half of the 9th to get back in this one, down 7.
With the slingshot, Kimmy, who do we got out there trying to get those balls?
Tonight we have another special guest out there. Talon Hustle, a Mavericks alumni, is getting ready to play the Daytime Hustle.
And Junior Pimentel is going to come onto the mound here in the 8th inning, finally after warming up for 2 innings. Warming up in the 6th and the 7th with Pimentel, and he's now out in the 8th. Jamon Cervantes gets through 7 innings of work here in Game 5 of the Wimbledon Championship. Gives up 1 run on 5 hits, 2 walks from Cervantes, and 6 strikeouts in 7 innings. 107 pitches thrown from Jamon Cervantes, 40 balls and 67 strikes. Junior Pimentel has had a wonderful playoffs for the Mavericks in relief. Here on the mound for the 4th time these playoffs in 3 games. Pimentel has pitched 4 innings, giving up 3 hits, no runs on 2 walks. 3 strikeouts for Pimentel, so 3 hits and 2 walks in 4 innings and 3 strikeouts. No runs have come around on Pimentel yet in these playoffs. The big relief pitcher from the Dominican Republic, Junior Pimentel, takes the mound here for the top of the 8th in Game 5. An 8-1 lead for the Mavericks. And here in the 8th inning, it'll be the 2-3-4 hitters of the Red Sox, Adam Dela Cruz, Joshua Jones, and Phil Langlois. Dela Cruz 0 for 3 this game. 24 hits coming into tonight, looking for hit number 25 of these playoffs. Oh for 3 so far with a strikeout. Joshua Jones is 1 for 3. Phil Langlois is 1 for 2 with a walk. 8-1 for the Mavericks. The only run for Regina coming off a solo home run from Matt Deneau in the 5th inning. Adam Dela Cruz comes up to the plate to start us off here in the top of the 8th inning. Pimentel on the mound now in relief of Jamon Cervantes. First pitch swinging is Dela Cruz. Grounds it towards Louis Canjura. 5-3. Another great play from Canjura on the hot corner. Makes the grab on the backhand to his left. A hard hit ground ball from Dela Cruz. He crushed that one. He hustled hard as well down the first base line. Couldn't make it to first on the throw. One up, one down. For the Red Sox here in the 8th inning. After a ground out from De La Cruz, and Joshua Jones is at the plate now. And after a swinging strike, Pimentel gets him down 0-2 early on here in the 8th inning. Quick work for Pimentel here in the 8th so far. One pitch got De La Cruz so far, 0-2 against Jones. Jones is 1 for 3 so far, singled his last at bat. And the third pitch is in the dirt, but gets Jones swinging. Throw to first. And Jones will go down swinging with the throw to first. KS 2-3 gets the out. Strikeout for Pimentel. And in 4 pitches, he's got the first 2 outs of this inning. Pimentel gets him 2 up, 2 down here in the 8th. And it's the number 4 batter in the lineup, Phil Langlois, the third baseman. Langlois is 1 for 2 this game with a walk. He singled in the 4th inning and walked in inning number 6. Gets ahead here early, 1-0 to Pimentel. Second pitch. Langlois is going to ground up the middle past Pimentel over top of second. And he's on with a 2-out single to extend the 8th inning for the Red Sox. Ground ball up the middle, and Langlois has his second hit of the game. He's now 2 for 3, and he's got on 3 times due to the walk earlier as well. 1 on and 2 outs here in the top of the 8th, and it's Eric Crossman, the first baseman, now coming up to bat for the Red Sox. 0 for 3 so far tonight. But Crossman has had a great playoffs. 19 hits so far, second on the team coming into the game. As he grounds this one towards Johnson, the shortstop. And Johnson's going to bobble it off his glove. That one's an error on Johnson. And Eric Crossman is going to reach first on the error from Carson Johnson. E6 allows 2 runners to get on for the Red Sox here in the 8th inning. 2 on now and 2 out. Phil Langlois on second, and Eric Crossman is on first. Matt Deneau at the plate. Had a solo home run in inning number 5. He's 1 for 2 as he walked earlier as well. Deneau will likely be looking for home run number 2 of the game, and he's swinging on the first pitch. Pops it up high in the air in center field. Salguero gets under it to end the top half of the 8th. No runs come around for the Red Sox here in the 8th inning. They have only got 1 run, and it was in the 5th inning. Bottom half of the 8th, Mavericks lead 8-1 over the Red Sox. Red Sox only down to the last 3 outs now in the top of the 9th to come back in this one. I don't know. Doesn't tell me up here. Here in the bottom of the 8th, Adam De La Cruz is now going to pitch for the Red Sox. The second baseman goes from second to pitching here for the bottom of the 8th inning.
I think it's number 9, Sammy Delgado.
Samuel Torres. Samuel Dela Cruz takes Adam Dela Cruz's spot at second base as Adam Dela Cruz finds himself on the mound, and Samuel Dela Cruz now in the lineup playing second base. Adam Dela Cruz making his 6th appearance on the mound here in relief these playoffs. He has made 5 so far, pitching 5 1/3 with a 3.37 ERA, a 3-0 record for Adam Dela Cruz, 5 strikeouts in 5 innings so far. From the regular second baseman who's also a utility pitcher and a very good one at that. Very good second baseman and a great pitcher as well. An excellent utility player to have on your roster. A big reason why the Red Sox are in the finals here against the Mavericks is the play of Adam Dela Cruz, both on the mound, in the infield, and at the plate. Carson Johnson at the plate to lead off the bottom of the 8th, and Johnson's going to get down 0-2 early to Adam Dela Cruz.
Bottom of the 8th, brought to you by Gold's Roofing, big service when it comes to all your exterior renovation needs.
Johnson down 0-2. Colton Wright on deck. Zach Gray to follow. It's the 2-3-4 hitters here in the 8th inning for the Mavericks. Foul ball from Carson Johnson. Extends the at-bat, keeps him up there in the batter's box. Johnson is 1 for 4 so far tonight. Singled and scored in the 3rd inning. Colton Wright is 1 for 3 with a home run so far this game and a walk as well. Zach Gray is 1 for 4 with an RBI triple. Gray has struck out twice. 2 of the 4 strikeouts for the Mavericks in this game. And their strikeout number 5 in the Mavericks batting order. Carson Johnson goes down looking to start the bottom of the 8th inning on the 0-2 count.
The catcher, number 25, Colton Wright.
One out. Nobody on here in the 8th inning. Called strike on the first pitch from Adam Dela Cruz to Colton Wright. Wright is 1 for 3. He walked in the first inning, had a solo home run in inning number 4, the only home run of the game. 1-1 count to Colton Wright. Zach Gray on deck. Gray's 1 for 4, an RBI triple, and 2 strikeouts this game. Bottom of the 8th inning. We're close to the end of game 5. Another call strike. Adam Dela Cruz with a few sliders over top of the middle of the plate. Gets ahead now, 1-2. Dela Cruz, pitcher / second baseman, Samuel Dela Cruz, his brother, takes over at second base for him as he steps onto the mound here in the 8th inning. And Colton Wright is going to get a single. Ground ball past the first baseman, Eric Crossman. 1-0 base hit into right field for Colton Wright. Wright gets his second hit of the game. He's 2 for 4. 1 out here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. 1 on and 1 gone. Zach Gray at the plate, 1 for 4. Sal Rodriguez on deck. Rodriguez is 2 for 4. He singled twice. He has an RBI as well. 1 out. 1 runner on for the Mavericks. Double play is in effect. Gray swings on the first pitch, hits it into short left field. Wesley Moss is after it. Danny Hunt's after it. Wesley Moss will make the grab. Charged after it from deep left field. And gets the second out of the 8th inning. 2 outs now here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. 1 on still. Colton Wright on first. Mavericks up to 13 hits in the game. And Sal Rodriguez will step up to the plate here. Potentially the last at bat for the Mavericks this season. Rodriguez is 2 for 4 with 2 runs in his game, 2 singles and an RBI. First pitch, watches go by, down low. 1-0 count to Rodriguez. Count to Rodriguez. De La Cruz on the mound. Another pitch outside. 2 sliders. Can't find the strike zone. 2-0. 3 balls now thrown from Adam De La Cruz and 8 strikes. 1 strikeout. And he's given up 1 hit here in the 8th inning. Two and one. Called strike. Bottom half of the strike zone. Nestles in there nicely for strike number 1 of the at-bat. And Rodriguez is ahead 2-1. 4th pitch of the at-bat from De La Cruz. Outside again. 3 balls in this at-bat. 3 of them outside. Three balls and a strike. Rodriguez is 2 for 4 this game. Hasn't been walked yet. Looking to draw walk number 1 of the game for himself and get 2 runners on base here in the 8th inning. And he'll do so in 5 pitches. Now 2 runners on base for the Mavericks here in the 8th. 2 on and 2 outs. And Nolan Ratai, the second baseman, will come up to bat for the 5th time. Radai is 3 for 4 in this game. 3 base hits for Nolan Radai. 2 singles and a double scored in the 5th and 7th innings as well. So 3 hits and 2 runs for Nolan Radai. Big part of the 8-1 lead for the Mavericks, both offensively and defensively in this game. Many good plays on second base for Radai, the hometown kid from Medicine Hat, Alberta. Looking to win the championship here at Athletic Park in front of his family and friends. Patio down behind left field is actually full of all of Nolan Radai's friends and family. Over 30 of them, so it's a big night for him, going 3 for 4 at the plate. 0-2 count now. Here with 2 on and 2 outs, De La Cruz looking for that 3rd out of the inning. Trying to get out of the inning, allowing no runs to come around. And keeps the score 8-1. And keeps the Red Sox hopes slim but alive going into the top of the 9th. Oh, 2 count, and here's the 3rd pitch. And it's outside, 1-2. No, called strike, sorry. Called strike for strike number 3. Radai goes down looking. Again, I really thought that pitch was outside, my bad. Bottom of the 8th is over here. Radai goes down looking. Adam De La Cruz gets 2 strikeouts there in the 8th inning. Gives up 1 hit, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Top of the 9th now, and it's Tyler Shumpert on the mound, the Mavericks closer. Gets an opportunity here to finish off Game 5 of the Western Major Baseball League Championship Series between the Medicine Hat Mavericks and Regina Red Sox. Tyler Shumpert on the mound. And for the Regina Red Sox, it'll be the bottom of the order. The 7-8-9 hitters, Danny Hunt, Brooks Stotler, and Samuel De La Cruz. Pimentel goes through 1 inning, giving up no runs, 1 hit in that 1 inning, and 1 strikeout for Pimentel on 8 pitches. 1 ball, 7 strikes for Pimentel. Good inning for Pimentel, and what would he be his last appearance for the Mavericks here in 28-10. Cervantes and Pimentel throwing a great game here in Game 5. We'll see if Shumpert can do the same here in the 9th.
Hey fans, give yourselves a big round of applause. Here are the best in WNBL.
This is outing number 8 for Tyler Shumpert in these playoffs. So far, in this postseason, Shumpert has 7 appearances, throwing 7 innings, only giving up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned runs out of those 3 walks in 7 innings, and 8 strikeouts in 7 innings pitched. 2.57 ERA after giving up 2 earned runs in 7 innings. Inning number 8 for Tyler Shumpert, and it'll be up against the bottom of the order for the Red Sox, the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Danny Hunt, who's 2 for 3, Brooks Stoller, who's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, and Samuel De La Cruz, who will bat for the first time tonight. Top of the 9th, Mavericks 3 outs away from winning the 2018 Wimbo Championship here at Athletic Park in front of a record crowd over 2,000 coming out to watch. First pitch swinging from Danny Hunt. Fouls it off, 0-1.
Right-handed reliever number 14, Tyler Shumpert.
Danny Hunt singled in both the 5th and 7th innings off Jamin Cervantes. 2 hits on the night, 2 for 3 so far. Danny Hunt's going to ground this one towards Radai at second. 4-3, first out of the 9th. Hunt's retired for the second time this game. 2 for 4. 1 out in the top of the 9th, 1 up, 1 down. And it'll be Brooks Stoller, the center fielder. Stoller is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out to Louis Canjura, the third baseman in the 7th inning. Comes up to the plate for the 4th time, looking for his first hit of the game. First pitch, and Stoller fouls it off down the third base line. Shumpert gets ahead 0-1. 6 hits in the ball game for Regina coming into the 9th inning. And Stoller is going to take a hard cut at pitch number 2, but can't connect with the ball. Shumpert gets ahead 0-2 now. Looking to sit down the second batter of the Red Sox here in the 9th inning. Pitch is in, and it's outside. Can't get the strikeout in 3 pitches, 1-2 count. Two and 2 now at the plate. 2 straight pitches outside from Shumpert. Shumpert has to bring that ball back around and find the plate. 2 and 2. And he'll fill the count now after 3 straight balls. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brooks Stoller, full count with 1 out, nobody on. 6 pitches in, and he's going to line this one into left field. That's fair. Stoller rounds first and heads for second. He's going for third. Throw is in to the cutoff man at short. And Brooks Stoller has a 1-0 triple here in the 9th inning. At bat is lined straight to the left field corner, 350 feet away. And Stoller is on now. Pinch hitting for number 9, Samuel De La Cruz now. Is number 8, Adam Wolf. So Samuel De La Cruz does not get an at-bat here in the 9th inning, as Adam Wolf will step up to the plate in a pinch hit situation with 1 out and a runner in scoring position only 90 feet away for the Sox on third. First pitch, he flies out to right field. Jordan Dre is under it, makes a grab. There's 2 outs, and Brooks Stotler stays on third, doesn't try coming home. And the Mavericks are now 1 out away. The fans at Athletic Park are getting onto their feet. Tyler Schumpert and the Mavericks 1 out away from the 2018 Wimbledon Championship, their first since 2014 and their 3rd overall. Mavericks looking for their 3rd championship in Wimbledon history and their first since 2014. They're 1 out away, and it's the top of the order. Wesley Moss. 1-0 count. First pitch outside from Schumpert. And Moss is going to line this one into left field. That's fair as well. It drops just down the left field foul line, and Moss has an RBI double here in the top of the 9th inning. 8-2 is the score. Regina gets another run here in the 9th. An RBI double for the top of the order batter. Wesley Moss gets hits number 1 of the game. 1 for 5 with an RBI now for the Regina Red Sox left fielder. Now batting for Regina here in the 9th inning. It's Adam Dela Cruz, the second baseman turned pitcher in this game. 0 for 4 so far. Came into this game with 24 hits. Still looking for that elusive hit number 25. Schumpert looking for out number 3 here in the 9th. And it's the leader of the Red Sox at the plate, Adam Dela Cruz. Second baseman turned pitcher. He's 0 for 4 so far. Struggle looking in the first inning. Up 2-0 against Schumpert here in the 9th. Third pitch from Schumpert. Slider. Called strike. Catches that outside corner. 2-1. It's a pitch that Schumpert has begun to become famous for around these parks at Athletic Park. Nothing stopping that pitch as soon as it starts breaking for that outside corner. 2-1. And Dela Cruz is going to be hit in the elbow on the 4th pitch of the at-bat. Dela Cruz is going to advance to first on the hit by pitch. And Schumpert allows 2 runners to get on here in the 9th inning with 2 outs. 2 outs, 2 on here in the top of the 9th. Joshua Jones at the plate now. Two outs, 2 on. Wesley Moss on second for the Red Sox. And Adam Dela Cruz is on first. And they're checking out Adam Dela Cruz's elbow on first. Coaches are out there making sure he's not too badly hurt here in the 9th inning of Game 5. And he'll stay in there. He's on first. Two outs, 2 on, and we'll get ready for Joshua Jones at the plate now. 1 for 4, singled in the 6th inning, struck out swinging in inning number 8. First pitch way outside from Schumpert. Schumpert now with 16 pitches, 8 balls, 8 strikes. 50-50 on finding that strike zone. Joshua Jones swings on this one, pops it up high in the air towards center field. Salguero's under it. He'll make the grab, and that's it. The 2018 Wimbledon champions are the Medicine Hat Mavericks. They beat the Regina Red Sox here in Game 5, 8-1, 8-2 in 9 innings. Regina scores another in the 9th. 8-2 is the final score here in the 9th inning. Mavericks win in 5 games and they're the 2018 Wimbledon champions. Jamin Cervantes gets the Game 5 win. Peyton Burks picks up the loss for the Red Sox. And we're going to have the trophy presentation here at Athletic Park with the Mavericks victorious here on August 16th, 2018 against the Regina Red Sox. Eight to 2 is the final score here at Athletic Park for Game 5 of the Wimbledon Championship. Mavericks with 13 hits, Regina with 8 themselves. 1 run in the 5th and another in the 9th for Regina. Mavericks score 4 in the 3rd to take a commanding lead in the game, and they never looked back, winning 8-1 as they cheer on the fans and they give it right back. The fans have been behind them all season, and the Mavericks have put on quite a show here at Athletic Park in 2018. Sellout crowd, over 2,000 here tonight to watch the Mavericks win Game 5.
Congratulations, Regina Red Sox. Hold your head high, gentlemen. East Division champs. You did one heck of a game here at a series. Be proud. Good luck in your college.
Regina Eastern Division champions. Mavericks win the West and the Western Major Baseball League Championship Series for the first time since 2014. The two teams shake hands behind home plate. Classy move from the Regina Red Sox as they leave Athletic Park empty-handed in Game 5. A tough-fought series from the Regina Red Sox, beating the Swift Current 57 in 4 innings and the Weyburn Beavers in 5 games. Swift Current in 4 games, not 4 innings. They beat the Swift Current 57s in 4 games, beat the Weyburn Beavers in 5 games. Swift Current to 2 seasons, and Weyburn the 1 seed.
The WMBL down at field level. He's got the mic here. He will do the presentation of the championship trophy.
Presentation coming up now.
Of the championship. Bernie, all yours.
Thank you very much. And on behalf of Kevin Kawami, president of the WMBL, I'd like to thank all of you.
Great effort from the Red Sox, beating the 57s and Beavers and taking the Mavericks to 5.
Western Major Baseball League was pretty proud of these teams and the show they put on. And who said baseball's dead? This is an exciting time. I'm also general manager of the Regina Red Sox, so I certainly want to congratulate them for a fine season. Congratulations to Greg Morrison and the Medicine Hat Mavericks, a class organization out there.
this guy played and he showed his true class throughout. Carson Johnson, Medicine Hat Mavericks.
Shortstop Carson Johnson named the postseason most valuable player. Johnson leading the Mavericks defensively and offensively throughout the playoffs.
The Harry Hellis Memorial Trophy. It's, if you have a chance, if you have a chance to look at it, it's been around a while. It's got a lot of different names on it. It used to be the Saskatchewan Senior Baseball Trophy, and now it's the WNBL Championship Trophy. Next year will be the Western Canadian Baseball League, but this year is the last. These are the last champions of the WNBL.
Mavericks host the trophy here at Athletic Park in front of 2,000 Mavericks fans. What a way to end things here at Athletic Park for a remarkable 2018 season where the Mavericks dominated the Western Division all year round and rolled through the playoffs on the way to the championship. Congratulations to the 2018 Medicine Mavericks. It's been a great season both on and off the field here at Athletic Park. Thank you for tuning in all year if you were with us throughout this entire season. It was great having you alongside during this Mavericks broadcast. Thank you for supporting us from afar, whether you're a parent, any family member, a friend, or just a Mavericks fan. Thank you once again for joining us in this broadcast. We wish all the Mavericks the best in their college seasons. Thank you for joining us again, and good night.
You wouldn't make it to Regina. The box office is right there.